Das Boss Office. Aber... Wirklich hochgehen? Ich schaue erstmal unten nach. Vielleicht sind sie hier in der Ecke. Bitte nicht, bitte nicht. Gut, hier ist nichts. Hier ist die Packgarage.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Quatsch.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Wow, das ist toll.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Schnarch.
I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What the fuck? Alter. Alter, was war das?
This is the story of a woman named
Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow, das ist übel. Ich hätte doch die Treppen nach oben gehen sollen. Wie, das war's schon? Das war jetzt schon alles? Und dafür habe ich 11 Euro bezahlt? Oh Mann. Oh, doch nicht. Darf man mal von vorne anfangen jetzt. Okay, gut. Machen wir das? Okay.
All of his co-workers were
ja,
gone.
weiß ich.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Warum ist die Tür zugegangen? Egal. Okay, das funktioniert alles nicht, das weiß ich. Gut.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Habe ich. Mach ich. Schauen wir mal, was passiert. Das kriegen wir auch alles. Oh, talk less, don't leave amazing work. Okay, don't get fired. Das ist gut.
Hoping he might find an answer there.
Nö, das habe ich auch schon mal gehabt. Obwohl, jetzt neues Spiel, neues Glück. Chris?
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay, er reagiert darauf. Vielleicht nervt ihn das auch. Machen wir die Tür einfach immer auf und zu, auf und zu, auf und zu und lassen es sein, weil das scheiße ist. So.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ach, das ist nur so ein... Ja, Stanley ist bei der Arbeit. Schnell, wir versammeln uns alle und überraschen ihn zum Geburtstag oder sowas. Das wäre natürlich möglich. So. Dass mir alle zum Geburtstag gratulieren und nur auf mich warten. Executive Bathroom. Und das ist zu... Ne, Executive Bathroom. Whatever. Das wäre so cool. Nachher alle warten auf meinen Geburtstag. So. Hey.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the fuck? Wer hat das gebaut? Wer baut sowas? Du kannst doch nicht so ein ganzes Firmengebäude so umbauen, ohne dass es irgendeiner merkt. Das ist ja so viel zum Thema Geburtstag, ey. Wow. Hier ist nichts im Dunkeln. Da ist ein Knopf. Oder? Ja. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, ist late. Oh shit. Wer hat das gebaut, ey? Wow. Wow. Der Boss hat eine super geheime Nachricht installiert. 2845.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the
Nein,
nature
ich
of
fühle
his
mich
job.
wahnsinnig.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Ah. Resume the game. So, wo muss ich lang? Hier.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Escape. Mind Control oder Escape? Mind Control, Escape. Das ist eine schwere Entscheidung. Nein.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent
Oh
death.
shit. Quatsch, das erzählt der Typ nur, damit ich da nicht lang gehe. Oder er erzählt das, weil er weiß, dass ich so denke und nicht da lang gehen will, weil er will, dass ich da lang gehe, aber nicht da lang gehen soll. Egal.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nee, ich glaube nichts mehr von dem, was du sagst.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his
Ja,
death.
dann... Oh nein. Oder? So schlimm kann das nicht sein. Was passiert denn hier? Da ist nur irgendwas rot leuchtendes. Oh! Oh wow! Nicht im Ernst. Er hat nicht gelogen. Oh! Also nochmal. Meine Fresse. Kann's doch nicht sein. Oh, oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Wirklich? Es lädt und jetzt kommt mein Tod. Nein. Nein. Ah! Nein!
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Nein! Nein!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Was so... Hä? Hä? Egal, keine Fragen. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Ja, das frage ich mich auch.